All right, guys, good day. Today's Total Body Fitness is going to be core focused. That means we're going to work the abdominals, we're going to work some back muscles, a little bit in the glute muscles. So without further ado, we are going to get started with a gentle warm-up and then get into it pretty quick. You'll need some blocks, a small ball, light weights if you have them. If not, you can join along without them. Let's start with some twists. Allow the arms to plop on the body. Four, three, two, and one. Now we're going to bring the feet closer together and we're going to bend one knee and straighten the other. But what I'm looking to see happen here is a shift in the pelvis. And I want you to even bend over a little bit so that when you do it, you get a little bit of a stretch through your hip. I like to actually hold on to something like a countertop so I can kind of lean into it and let my back relax. And I'm going to bend one knee, straighten the other, really reaching the hip back and switch. Four, three, two, and one. Bring it together. Let's shake the legs. Just a quick little shake it, shake it, shake it. Getting all the body flow moving. And then we're going to go into hamstring curls. So just bending the knee, doing a little butt kick, stretching out the front of the thighs. Four, three, two, and one. We're going to go into a lunge. We're going to stay upright. So you're going to start with your right foot forward, your left foot back, and we're just looking to take the hips and press them forward, shoulders come back, looking for that hip flexor stretch, and then straighten the leg. So we're not going to stay in it very long. We're just looking to find a little smidge of stretch and come right out of it. One, two, three, four, and five. Other side. One, two, three, four, and five. Nice. Shake it about. Alrighty, so next we're going to bring one hand to the hip. The right arm's going to come up into the air. You're going to reach over to the side and then switch. We're stretching out the side obliques. Getting some range of motion. I want you to start to feel the weight shift from foot to foot. So I'm really trying to get the hips over to that side, onto the standing foot. Let's do a couple more here. And take a break. Alrighty, we're gonna round down and roll back up. Now, if you've got disc herniations in your back, just be mindful about how much you round forward. But what we're looking to do is a standing abdominal crunch. So you're gonna tuck your chin, you're gonna bring your shoulders forward, and you're gonna start to pull your belly button in. You're gonna slide your hands down to your knees, and then you're gonna roll yourself back up. With each attempt, you can bend the knees and go a little bit further. Just remember, we're not trying to make this a hamstring stretch. So I'm not keeping my legs straight and my back straight. I'm trying to round and crunch in and then come back up. Okay, let's do 5 of these. Tucking in, roll it down, and roll it up. 1. Roll it down and up for 2. 3. 4. And 5. We're going to go into a deeper lunge now. Here's where you're going to use your yoga blocks. If you know that using yoga blocks and stepping back into a lunge is too low for you, you can always hold onto a chair or something higher. All right, so with your yoga blocks, you're going to step to the top of your mat. You're going to place them near your feet if possible. From here, you're going to step 1 foot back, then step forward and change your feet. Step forward and rise up to standing. When you come up, I want you to squeeze your tushy, tighten the legs, and tighten the abs. Let's go again. Hands come down. Step 1 foot back. Step forward, change feet. Step forward, stand up, use strong legs and tighten all the muscles, squeeze the glute. And let's go again. Stepping 1 foot back, change feet, step forward, rise up, and squeeze. And let's go again. Lunge it back, lunge it back, rise up, and squeeze. Let's grab your light weights. We're going to start with the bent over fly. So feet are hip width distance apart, knees are soft, back is flat, and you're going to fold down. I like to start with the weights right about the knees. The arms are going to come out to the side like an airplane wing and lower back down. Once again, you can bend the elbows as a modification. Let's do 10 of these. Strong abs, strong back, strong glutes. So feel everything in your lower body engaged, nothing loose, nothing relaxed. And we lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stand up. We're now going to do the front raise. So you're going to bring the weights to the front of the legs, slightly off to the side. Elbows are soft. You're going to bring the arms forward and down. When you do come forward, I know it's a little bit of an optical illusion. It looks like I'm going higher than I am because of the angle of the camera, but I really am not going any higher than my shoulder, right about my chest height. Your palms can be down, centered, or angled. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take a quick break. Next up, we're going to go out to the side with the arms. Once again, you can go just a little bit. You can go all the way out to a T, but once again, I'm not going to go up very high and shrug the shoulders. I'm going to keep the shoulders down and lower. Your palms can be down towards the floor, or the thumbs can be up towards the ceiling, whichever feels best to you, or you can alternate that with each rep you do. The elbows can be bent if you need a modification lower. Let's do 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 more. 5, slowing it down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Go ahead and put your weights down near your mat. We're going to go back to the lunges and we're going to add a twist, a rotational movement. So bring your feet near your blocks, hands go to the blocks. You're going to step your right foot back. So your left foot is in front. You're now going to turn to the left, bring the left arm up towards the ceiling. Then change. You're going to step the left foot back, your right foot is forward, and the right hand is going to go towards the ceiling. Coming down, step forward, stand up, and squeeze your legs, squeeze your glutes. Let's go again. Hands down, step your right foot back. Now this time I want you to squeeze your inner thighs, tightening up the butt. I want you to feel the twist happen from your core, not your shoulders. So we're going to turn to the side before we even bring the arm up. Then the arm can come up only if it feels okay to you. Now you want your hips as low as you can go and change. Other side. All right, inner thighs are squeezing. Everything working. You're going to turn to your right. Feel the abdominals work and then reach the arm. Bringing the hand down, step forward and rise up, squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes, and rest. Shake it out. We're going to do some leg swings. I like to use a block just to elevate, but you don't have to. You can stand on the floor and we're going to swing the leg forward and back, and then we're going to swing it to the side in a later rep. But let me move my little things a little bit out of the way here so you can see. I also like to hold on to something. So what I'm doing is I'm stepping on a block to give the swinging leg some room, and I don't feel like I have to avoid hitting the floor. You can hold on, that's what I'd prefer. Hold on, because I want you to try to swing the leg as high up and as far back as you can go without letting your shoulders move. So the leg that you're standing on has got to do a lot of work, okay? So the glutes got to be strong, because I'm just trying to relax this leg and let it really kind of swing and kick up. Four, three, two, and one. Nice. Now you're going to do the other side. All right. So start low. Try to keep your shoulders steady, and then picking it up. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Now we're going to go back to the starting side. And this time I'm going to not use the block because we're going to do an internal, external. And I want you to see that even though the foot is going across and out, and you're thinking about your toe on the leg here, it's going up to the ceiling and it's going to go up to the ceiling here. But even though that's the leg that's moving, I want you to feel the rotation through the hip and the glute and the core here on the standing side. So you're going to bring the foot across, toe up, but feel that rotation. Feel that the standing foot, that glute has to do work, and then you bring it out. You're going to feel, right? You're trying to twist this hip as much as you're bringing this leg in and out. Now, if it's more comfortable for your bottom foot to be turned a little bit, that sometimes is better for some people with a natural turnout. I'm going to keep working mine, though. I'm trying to correct my turnout, so I'm going to turn my toe back forward. But either way, I want you to feel rotation in the standing hip, standing glute, feeling the hip flexors working here. Believe it or not, you're working your core, standing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo-hoo, shaky, shaky. All right, so now other side. Remember, you're going to go out with the toe up and across with your toe up, starting slow and easy. And once again, noticing that you're getting a whole rotation through the standing leg. I'm strong through the leg, legs are straight. Then you start picking up the pace. Doing a twisting rotation. Core is strong. and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a shaky, shaky break. All right, we're going to come down onto the floor. Going to come to all fours, hands and knees. First thing we're going to do is just do the leg action only. So extend your right leg behind you, tighten the leg. You're going to squeeze the glute to lift it so that it's even with your hips. Don't overlift and turn your hips. Keep that toe down towards the ground. Now from here, you're going to do abdominal work. You're going to pull the belly in and relax. Pull it in and relax. Pull it in and relax. Pull it in and relax, and pull it in and relax. A quick child's pose for rest. And other side. Extending the leg, nice straight tight leg, then lift. Then we're going to do the abdominal work. Pull belly in and relax. Pull in and relax. Pull in and relax. Pull in and relax. And pull in and relax. Go ahead and take a quick child's pose break. All right, next we're going to do the bird dog, and we're going to include the arm. So actually let's do the arm first without the leg, and we're going to add the weight to it. So you're going to grab your weight in your left hand. You're going to bring it back by your hip. We're going to hold here. I want you to feel your abdominals, strong abs, strong arms. You're just holding here. And relax. Change arms. So strong pushing into the ground. Extend the arm back behind you, level with your hip. And then strong abs. Tighten them up like you're doing a sit-up. And relax. Nice. Now let's do the traditional bird dog where you extend the leg and the arm. So the first thing I like to do is straighten the right leg and keep the toe on the floor. You're going to extend the left arm forward but keep it on the mat. From here we're going to try to lift them both at the same time. But before you lift, your abs have to be tight. So tighten your abs and then see if you can balance and lift. Both things extending, lifting at the exact same time. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly lower, and change. Extending the leg, tighten it up. Extending the arm, keeping both pieces on the floor, and then tighten the abs, and then we're going to lift everything up. Same time. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come up to kneeling upright. All right, we're going to squeeze the bum. Squeeze the bum, push the hips forward. You're going to feel a stretch in the front of the legs. I want you to tighten your abs and lean back just a little bit so you feel them work. And come back up. We're going to go back to that bird dog again. Here you have an option to add your weight. So extending your right leg behind you, then take the weight into the left arm. Everything is reaching out as long as you can, but keeping it on the floor. We're going to engage the abs, tighten them up, and then lift everything up nice and slow. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Other side. Extending the leg, extending the arm, engage the abs, and we slowly lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Come onto your elbows and stretch it out. Staying on your elbows, we're going to move into a forearm plank. So slide it up forward, extend your legs backwards. Now we can stay on the knees. You can curl the toes under. I want your feet together. Now, if you would like to make this harder, you're going to straighten the legs, lock it out, squeeze everything hard. Five, four, three, two, one. Come down to your knees and take a rest. This time I would like you to rest. Let's go onto the belly. Going to do the snow angel. So you're going to lie on your stomach. You're going to reach your arms back by your hips. You're going to lift everything up. From here, you're going to slowly bring the arms forward and lower. And then we'll reverse. Lift everything up. Bring everything back. Lift a little higher and lower. If you've got light weights and would like to try it, you can grab your light weights. You might want to bend your arms as you start to bring them overhead, but if you can keep them straight, good for you. Lift them up. Let's go. Bend those elbows if you need. It's really hard to do. If you got to put your weights down, do it. And then lower. Whew. And let's try going backwards. Here we go. Lift up. And then arms come back out to the side. And lift. And lower. Oh, let's do another one with no weights. Here we go. Lift. Reaching it forward. It should feel so much easier now. And lower. And lift. Reaching. And take a rest, child's pose. All right, onto your back. We're going to start with a glute bridge. So your knees are going to be bent, feet close in. You're going to tighten up your abs by pressing your lower back into the mat. And then you're going to squeeze your glutes and lift up. Lower down. Now I want you to relax here for a moment. And you're going to draw your knees into your chest. But in order to do that, I don't want you to do one leg like this at a time and have a relaxed ab. I actually want you to tighten the abs, press the lower back. See if you can keep your neck relaxed, okay? Relax your shoulders. And then see if you can lift both of your feet, your heels up off the floor, right? You start to lift, and then both knees are going to come in really slow. Now you're going to notice the closer they get to your stomach, the easier it is. So the harder work is down here, okay? So if all you do is press your abs in, lift your heels, and start to lift a toe, maybe one toe at a time, that is great. Okay, maybe you can do both toes. Maybe you can do a little bit of a lift and lower your toes back down and a lift. We're trying not to come up this far because as soon as you come up this far, it's taking a break. You know, you could sit here all day, right? We could just have a siesta. All right, so we're gonna come down low, lower back press, lift your heels and see what you can do. Here we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, no siestas, 4, even though my toes are tapping, I'm not relaxing, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Widen your legs for some windshield wipers, roll them from side to side. All right, you're gonna need your small Pilates ball, but if you don't have a small ball, not a big deal because you can do it without it. We're gonna crisscross the legs. So if I didn't have a ball, my legs would go up in the air and I'm gonna crisscross like so. If you have a ball, it makes it a little more challenging for the inner thighs because you have to push against the ball. I avoid the shoes, okay? So I go just below the shoe so that my ball can easily roll. If it's too high up, it's gonna hit the shoes and it's gonna fall all over the place. All right? So lower back is pressing and we crisscross the legs. Now I want you to go slow and controlled and feel those inner thighs working and the lower abs working. Adjust your ball anytime you need it. 4, 3, how's that core working? 2, and 1. Take a break. Windshield wiper your legs. All right, we're gonna come onto our sides for bananas, and you're gonna use your ball if you have one. So you're gonna you're gonna roll up onto your side and you're gonna put it between your ankles again, and you're gonna straighten yourself out, okay? Now, oops, about to lose my ball. Can't do that. All right, from here, the top arm, I want it to stay in front of you so you roll forward. I want you to feel like you're more on your leg bone and not on that your hip bone right up there. Okay, so if you need a cushion or pad, do like I've got, because sometimes, you know, if you're on a hard floor and a hard mat, it kind of is hurtful. So you're gonna lift your head, so you're working the side of your neck, and you're gonna lift your legs. I want you to, though, feel this side part of your body doing the contraction. We're gonna do 10 lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Go ahead and remove your ball. We're going to do a quick spinal twist to release. We're going to stay on this side and you're going to use one of your weights. So you're going to grab your weight and you're going to bring it up over the head. Now we're going to rotate into that spinal twist and then come back up. And I'm trying to do a little bit of a side crunch, okay? So I'm trying to lift my head, lift up as high as I can go without using this arm. I'm not trying to push down with this arm. And then I'm going to open back up best I can, bringing the head down, going into a twist. And then I want you to feel this part right here, your front side, lift you up and rotate you. It shouldn't be too terribly hard, especially since we've got a light weight. If you were doing this with a 10-pound weight or something like that, you'd be like, yeah, I think that I feel it a little bit more. So at least at your shoulder you would feel it. So it's nice as you're getting a little bit of a stabilization here of the shoulder. You're working the side neck muscles and you're working a little bit into your rotational movement through your abdominals. Let's do one more. Nice. And then go ahead and do a full spinal twist. Relax. And let's switch sides. So grab your ball and your weight, starting with the banana. I know you didn't forget about that. All right, all the way down. The trick is to get it in between your legs and then extend. Top arm comes forward so you can roll slightly forward. You're gonna lift your head. You're gonna lift your legs. And we're gonna go up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Go ahead and remove your ball. Spinal twist. And then coming back onto your side, grab your weight, gonna reach it up towards the ceiling, and you're gonna roll back into that twist, and then use your side waist. You're gonna feel your neck working, and then open and close. So doing it slow and giving it the max contraction, guys, right? I could do this with just a little bit of effort, or I can squeeze really hard through my abdominals. So only you can decide how much contraction you can take. Let's do 2 more. Nice. Alrighty, guys, we're going to come back onto your back. All right, reverse crunch time. So what we were doing earlier was keeping the legs low and trying to just get like just a full over the top core tension. But now we're going to really work on rolling a lot. So we're going to bring those knees in. Okay, even kind of lift your butt up so you already got it kind of naturally going there. Your arms are going to be by your sides, and what we're looking to do is just press the lower back to lift up the tailbone. The feet and the knees are going to come in closer and maybe even up to the ceiling, and then relax. What I don't want to see you do is swing the legs for momentum, okay? So see what you can do. We're going to try to lift up using arm strength and core strength. Sure, I could get higher if I swing my legs around, right? But that's not necessarily more effective. Just trying to do a good contraction of the abs, feeling like you're bringing your pelvis in towards your ribs. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and take rest. All right, next, we're going to do leg circles. So it's going to look like this. Legs go up, they're going to circle down, and then they'll circle back up. Now, if you have your small Pilates ball, it's going to be perfect for this movement. You're going to lift your hips up, going to place it underneath. Your legs go up, and we circle the legs, and we come back up. We're working a little bit more of the actual hip flexors here. The core has to work. We're also doing a little balance act. You're going to open the legs, circle, keep the back from bending, keep it all nice and straight and in the same position. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Going to do the L splits. So you're going to bring one leg down towards the mat. You can bend the knee a little bit so you can tap the heel and then switch the legs. Go nice and slow so you can get that good stretch. Let that heel tap down and change. Keeping the abs on the whole time. Try not to relax the belly. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bring the legs up, point and flex your feet, stretch it out. Flex your feet open to a wide V. Bring the legs together, figure 4, cross the right ankle over the left knee, draw the knees in. And change. Let's do those 3 stretches again, both legs up, open to a wide V. Legs come back together, figure 4. And change. And then release the ball out. So lift your hips up, push the ball towards your heels. And lower down, windshield wipers. Nice wide feet. The wider the feet, the more stretch you'll get. And the front thigh and through those hip flexors and up into the abdominals. And then heel toe your feet together. We're going to roll on up and see if you can roll up into a boat pose. Boat pose is a little hovering action like that. Let me scoot back just a smidge here. All right, so you're gonna grab a hold of your legs, you roll down with control, roll up, and hold balance. Now, if you can start to do it without hands, that's great. Let's do one more. Great. Next up, we're going to roll down, roll up, and we're going to use the weights to do an overhead press, only if overhead press works for your shoulders today. Now, I like to have the legs almost extended straight. That way when I roll down, I've got a pretty straight body. I'm going to roll up now. You can bend the elbows to push up overhead. You can also do a more of like a straight arm lift like that. That'll work more of your biceps in the front of your shoulder. You can alternate between a press and a lift. You'll notice the lift is a little harder, especially on the abs as well. So we're gonna do, let's do 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, let's stretch this out. So depending on your knees will depend on whether or not you do this kneeling, but I'd like to show it to you kneeling first, and I can show you the modification standing upright. So we're doing a kneeling lunge and a side bend. All right. I'm going to grab one of the blocks because I think sometimes that helps with some stability. So the first thing we want to do is go into a kneeling lunge, right? And we're going to look to take the hips forward, like so, okay? Now the side bend is going to be to the side where the leg is in behind. So if I'm mirroring you, I'm doing my right leg, but if you might have your left leg back, if you're mirroring me, and you'd be lifting your left arm up. Now you can also do this in full lunge off the knee. You could also do this more standing upright. Okay, so you can experiment with all 3 of those and see which one works. This one here, you get just a little bit more in the leg, in the hip flexors. As soon as you come up, it's not as intense there. And then if you come all the way up, I feel like I can get just a little bit more lean back. I feel like I can get just a little bit more out of it when I'm all the way upright versus kind of in between. And let's try the other side. Start low, hips come forward, and take a little side lean. And then try it up. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee. And then coming up all the way up to a more of a flat-footed lunge in the back. Hand to hip or hand to leg, and lean. All right, guys, come on back down. Gonna do a back bend. So if Sphinx is what you like to do, just propped up on your elbows, that's great. If you Cobra, that's great. But we're gonna start in down dog. We're gonna start in down dog and move into a back bend of your choice. Here we go. So from here in down dog, you're gonna shift forward into plank. Now you're gonna lower yourself into your Cobra. Ideally, you're gonna roll forward over your toes and lower the thighs down onto the floor. And then uncurl the toes. If you like to come back up into down dog, that's an option, or you can always come down if you need. Curl the toes strong, lift hips, lift legs, and then push yourself back up. One more time, Cobra. And then lower down. Ooh. Bring your big toes together and let your heels fall open. You can bring your hands by your sides and turn your head to one side. And then change. And then coming back to center, child's pose. And then cat and cow. Breathing in and exhaling out. Breathing in and exhaling out. And breathing in and exhale out. Coming to center, let's do a little wag the tail. So you're taking your hips a little bit from side to side, creating a little bend in the spine. So the side my hip is going, my head is also going. And that is it, guys. That's it for today's class. I hope you enjoyed your core focused class. We'll see you next time. Come. Good boy, sit. Good job.